treasures in his soul. Fishing for gold, I found a key to unlock the door to my mind's gate. Hidden with some hieroglyphs. Told me about my future and my past, and that I should get to like working and get up off my ass. I'm on the path to move the masses to spiritual tactics. So masters, you bastards, spread it through classes. Live your life free.
Grand Rising, Grand Day, wherever you are on this planet Earth. Yes, I am back, your sacred host, your sacred pharaoh of the space, Marcus aka Christolight, and I am here for the return, once again, of Rising with Ra. And for everybody out there that is curious what Rising with Ra is a sacred community space open for our beautiful, sacred kings and queens to come on and connect with worldwide community. We also open this space up to allow you to share any card readings that you would like to share for the collective, any holistic healing energy practices that you would like to share with the collective, such as guided meditations, chakra healing, light language sessions, breath work, and more. This is a space for you, whether you would like to be on screen sharing with the collective community, or if you would like to just view and receive from the viewer spot when it comes to this Rising with Ra sacred community space here on Instagram Live. Rising with Ra is something that I originated and created back during the summer of 2022 last year, and it had a revolutionary growth, and it had beautiful memories and connections created throughout the time. So during each Rising with Ra, we also bring a focus to one chakra for the day. And towards the end of the session, I will do a chakra clearing, as well as educate you on some basic properties of the chakra. So today, on this live episode of Rising with Ra, we'll be bringing focus to the crown chakra a little bit later on. And the crown chakra, this is going to help us with connecting with our divine essence, with connecting to source messages and receiving downloads and higher insight. And we'll get a little bit more in detail about that chakra a little bit later on. So as we go, typically we do a collective card draw from an oracle or tarot deck. And this is just to bring awareness and draw in supportive connection through our different beings of light. So we can have a more deeper, enriching understanding of the type of energy or purpose for ourselves today. So thank you all for tapping in and being here for this return of Rising with Ra. And if you would like to join the live to share either a card reading, share yourself, share a wisdom, share some knowledge, or share a practice with the collective, feel free to hit the request button and I will allow you to join the live if it resonates and aligns. Yes, it's good to see you, Cosmic Counseling. Really good to see you, Cos. Thank you for being here and being present. If you ever want to hop on and join one of these lives, feel free to let me know. I'm all energied out today after a busy weekend reading. Completely understandable. Well, this is a good space for you to just receive and get some rejuvenation in their being. I'm about to do our collective card reading. So our collective card reading today is going to be from the Magical Dimensions deck. I really love this deck. This deck has chakra cards, it has galactic cards, it has elemental cards, and it has fae cards as well. Very beautiful combination for everybody out there that likes to connect with the different energy forms of the all. And in this moment, as we clear this space, I would just like to state that we are clearing and letting go of any energies that are not serving for the most purest, most clearest, and most balanced vibrations. We are inviting in unconditional love, guidance, protection, as well as trust in this space. And may we receive the most highest and most whole message that we need as a collective consciousness on this earth grid, in this space, in this present time. And we give thanks to the ancestors. We give thanks to our galactic future selves. And we give thanks to all of us in this present moment on Earth. Ashe. So it is.
Sacred Space Fridays. This is a sacred, sober, safe space for those who want to express, learn, and heal. I, Kristen, also known as Holistic_Butterfly, and my partner Marcus, also known as Sacred Light 33, will be present for all sessions. In these sacred containers, we will take part in holding space and facilitating breath play or meditation. In these journeys, we will help you to align your chakras and connect with your higher self. As a beautiful addition, we will receive newly recorded drum music specifically made with the intention for our journeys. This will be lovingly made by a friend, Chuck Wilson. He is a sacred shamanic drum maker and musician. This will take place on the first and third Friday of every month at 7 p.m. EST. To reserve your spot, click the link in bio at holistic_butterfly on Instagram. And if you have any questions, please send an email to Kristen, KRISTEN.Hibbard, HIBBARD @live.ca, with the subject title being Sacred Space Fridays. One love, beautiful souls.
So our collective card reading for today here on Rising with Ra on this beautiful Monday, after quite a rigorous week of shifting planetary alignments and just really transformative energies, especially with Saturn going direct in Pisces and leaving Aquarius. All right, so it looks like we have two cards. Vanilla Spice Tea. So it looks like we have two cards for our collective reading today. And this first card is Reflective Truth. And this card represents identity, self-love, and acceptance. So from my own experiences and what I'm feeling drawn with when it comes to this card and the collective is that we're really in the period where not only with Saturn going direct in Pisces, we are really closing out a lot of karmic energies. And with those also comes really deep reflection in the mirror of our own self when it comes to our behaviors, patterns, and other things that are creating karmic energies for our being. And, you know, the main ingredients to really letting go and overcoming and moving through these different behaviors and patterns that we no longer want to continue to loop and cycle in. It really comes down to self-love. Sometimes we think the way to move through it or get past it is by aggression or passive aggressiveness or just telling yourself, oh no, like I no longer need to do that, like I'm no longer going to, and I deserve better, or I need to do better. And then just thinking that saying that is going to be enough. But if we don't really sit with it and forgive ourselves for the behaviors, for the patterns, really see why we were doing those things, to have deeper compassion for ourselves, we're not going to fill ourselves back up with love for the behaviors and patterns that we were doing. And, you know, one of the first steps in this is acceptance. Accepting yourself for where you are in this present moment. Accepting that these were behaviors, these were patterns that you were taking upon. And it's okay. We are ever changing, ever growing, relearning to be our best self. And that is the beauty of what we're in when it comes to this multi-dimensional existence, is that one thing that is for sure is change. And one thing that is for sure is opportunity to shift your vibration. And when we can stay keen on those facts during times of tribulation and trials, and really looking at our own self for where we are and what we've done with our patterns, behaviors, we're able to step more into what I would say is a non-finite state of mind, more infinite or eternal type of state of mind. With that being said, you're able to really see that you are more than your experiences. You are more than the behaviors and patterns. And you're a being of light, a divine being that is in here experiencing as a human. So with that being said, you're able to allow your mind to let go of the Armageddon type of programming. And when I say Armageddon type of programming, I'm talking about the end-all be-all, the destination programming, or the end-of-the-world type of programming that we go through because of change and growth. And when we can step out of that Armageddon type of software in our minds, we're able to not take things to the extreme when really we're growing and shedding and becoming a lighter and more higher vibrational balanced version of ourselves when we let go of these things that no longer serve. It's a close or an end to those patterns, but now you're stepping into a fresh energy. You are also creating space in your energy field to be able to receive and magnetize what we would call new energy into our field. And with that, it also leaves space for new patterns and new routines to be taken upon to fill up your space. So, self-love is the key throughout this process of really deep self-reflection. And another thing I want to remind us of is know yourself. Know you and what works for you when it comes to your well-being and how you balance and how you release and how you are able to be in your most peaceful place to go through these processes of transformation. It's not up to anybody else in your life, whether it's family, a partner, kids, co-workers, conscious community. It's not up to any of them to determine and tell you how you shift, transform, and are able to be your best self when moving through transformation. That is for you to know your own self and what resonates best for you. So try to remember that. And you'll find that through healthy, clear communication with those around you about what operates best for you to help you be in your balance and be your best self, you'll find that they'll accept you for who you are and accept that. They may have to place boundaries or may have to kind of shift themselves a little bit to make things suitable for everybody. But have that clear communication and see from there if things align with you and the other person, whether it's family, partner, kids, whatever it may be. And if things don't align, so be it. The universe has always got us. We are abundant, and we will have the people that we need in our space to support us in whatever it is that we do. So the other key with that self-love is know thyself and really know what works best for you when it comes to shifting and transforming your energy. And for some of us, I know, including my own self, sometimes we get so caught up in having to be this certain way, or having to be up to this spiritual standard of living. And it's really, to me at least, about wholeness and being human and also being high spiritual nobility. And knowing when to be both. So recently for me, it's been letting go, allowing my inner child and human self to playing video games, enjoying myself, not focusing on creating a lot, not focusing on collective community work, but just really allowing my nervous system to regenerate, allowing myself to just enjoy and have fun. Those are really good keys, A lot of us sometimes forget about having fun while we're on our spiritual journeys. So that's our first collective card, reflective truth. Our second collective card is the Guardians. And with this being said, this represents shielding, defense, and warning. First thing that I want to share that's coming through when it comes to this card, the Guardians, especially tying into reflective truth, is remember your protection. Remember your shielding, and know your energetic boundaries, especially when you're in a sensitive, fragile, and tender place with your transformation and being in reflective truth. Sometimes when we get into deep states of reflection, or when we're going through identity shifting or transformation in our lives, we can find ourselves letting our guard down and forgetting about our protection and shielding. And what this can do is, while we're in those fragile states or tender states, there's energies and beings that can take advantage of our energy field and slip into our field. Or we can attach cords and connect with people of the past or people that don't resonate for us in our highest being. And next thing you know, we gave permission and consent to them to be in our field. We have a attachment to them, and now we're finding ourselves in places or doing things or saying things that we didn't want to find ourselves in through our transformation and regeneration reflection period. So you have many different ways of protection that you can use. You have energetic and metaphysical protection from things such as crystals, sage, different powders. You also have your different guides and beings, ancestors, the archangels, galactic beings, star family. You also have your own inner self, projecting and drawing out your own shield from within yourself, and knowing that you are protected and guided at all times. All these are valid. All these are ways that you may utilize protective energy. And there's more too as well. And feel free to share yours in the comments or in the comments after the live on the replay. And last thing about this Guardians card is some of us are the guardians here. Some of us are the gatekeepers of the dimensions. Some of us came here to be guardians of truth, knowledge, wholeness, balance, clarity, unconditional love, many other different elements of being. We have came here to be guardians and placeholders of these, the anchors for heaven on earth, so to say. And with reflective truth and knowing who you are, you'll know who you are when it comes to this, if this is calling out to you. And this is your reminder. Remember your purpose. Remember your role here on planet Earth, that you came here to be for the collective and your own soul path. So those are our collective cards for today. Reflective Truth, and the Guardians. And if you are just tapping in, you may find my description and downloads about these cards just previous in this live. And I will be saving the replay, and this will also be up on YouTube, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. So now that we are finished and closed out with our collective card reading, what I'm about to burn here is sweetgrass, and this is really just for uplifting and drawing in shining beautiful light to close out the card reading. To where, white sage and Palo Santo is for protection and clearing. This is more of uplifting and drawing in shining, beautiful energy. And this is sweetgrass again. And if you are a card reader, feel free to message or comment, and you can be a special royal guest here on Rising with Ra to give the collective the reading for the day. So I want to take a moment just to really process the card reading. Hey, blessings everyone. It is Marcus, aka Christolight, here at Sacred Light, and I'm presenting to you my Sacred Light services that are available currently. I am currently offering Reiki, Chakra alignment and empowerment, intuitive life guidance, soul origin galactic therapy meditation sessions, as well as sacred oracle readings. These are all services that I'm divinely offering and have available to you any day of the week. You may contact me through my email, which is marcustut23@gmail.com, through Facebook at Christolight Robbins, or through Instagram at sacredlight33. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me at any of those contacts, and I will give you the best answer I can to help you get clarity upon what could best suit you on your journey. And we can book a session whenever you're ready. Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations. And I want to say the topic that we're going to discuss here in a moment is what I find a pretty important topic, especially regarding online and really in person as well. And that is boundaries and having self-awareness while navigating with and into spiritual communities. All right, so I'm not going to go too deep into this, and I'm just going to touch a little bit on this before we go into the crown chakra activation and clearing. And I just want to speak on self-awareness through spiritual communities. And where I want to start is when we step into the field of what we call spiritual communities or collectives, my number one thing I want to say to start off is do not forget who you are. Do not forget your intentions, and do not forget your focus of your purpose. We can tend to find ourselves around a very appealing group of spiritual minded people or spiritual communities, and as soon as we have an interaction with them or we connect with them, we externalize our focus and start to forget who we are, our intentions, our purpose, and what we are doing on our path, and start to sort of put that community or spiritual group above ourselves or as more important when it comes to our focus. Now, I'm not saying let's not bring something to a group to help expand or grow, or not listen to a group and spiritual community for what they could have for us. It's when we start to put them before ourselves. and start to look at them as a body or entity that has more say or more importance to our own beliefs, our own path and purpose. And this is where we can find ourselves getting entangled into attachments and creating unnecessary cords for our energy field. Now, why would this be important to recognize and be aware of? Many factors. One factor is when we're connecting with this many people, we may not be aware of what type of cords and attachments they have in their energy field, as well as what type of traumas, unhealed wounds, as well as different behaviors that they have that are very present and leaking into fields around them, including ours. We don't have to be conscious to pick up and receive energy from others. It can happen while we're unconscious. So may we remember our protection, our energetic shielding, our sovereignty. What is sovereignty to you? Is sovereignty just a physical identity to you? Is it something like living off the grid, not depending on anybody for anything? Is that sovereignty to you? Sovereignty to me is something that begins in the mind with your energy. And it's understanding that we are sovereign beings in our birthright. We are sovereignty when we claim it. And be an awareness that we are the governor of our own being. Nobody else dictates our minds. Nobody else dictates our body and our emotions besides our own self. That is sovereignty. Sovereignty is when you're stepping into a space within a group or with a collective community, understanding that we are choosing out of our own control of self whether we are collaborating or not collaborating with another form of energy. We are not obligated to doing so. And it is our conscious choice from our sovereignty to do something with a collective, do something with a community, or with anybody. No matter what their emotions say, no matter what their mind tries to manipulate about you, it is always your sovereign divine choice. If you want to collaborate, be a part of, change yourself, or take on the beliefs of others. No matter who they are, no matter their identity, no matter their status, no matter if they're a guru, quote unquote, no matter if they're a spiritual leader, no matter who they claim to be. You always have your own sovereign choice if you want to shift and take on their beliefs or any of their energy. If we would like to take a moment, you may join me in a moment to affirm and reclaim our sovereign energy, to release cords and attachments that no longer serve, from spaces throughout all time that no longer needs to be in our space for our wholeness and sacredness. I come forth now as the Christolight that I am, in the flesh of experience and divinity, from pure light to material form, from material form to pure light, the latter, the 33 to all that I am, through every pore and cell, every figment of my being and imagination. My imagination that expands throughout all dreamscape, parallel dimensions and timelines. I am reclaiming now, in this present eternal space, my energy of sovereignty, wholeness and balance, to return and restore to harmony with my being. I am acknowledging my lessons. I am acknowledging my responsibilities as the sovereign king or queen, god or goddess, the all in form of my own being. I understand responsibility is my power. I am allowing my guides to clear and connect my universal heart with the flow of all. I am allowing my guides to clear and remove cords of attachment with any body, time and space that is not suiting my energy field to be optimal and balanced. I am claiming my comfort, my peace, my stability, my knowing that I am meant to be here. Rooting myself out of my root chakra to the core of Mother Earth, as I am going nowhere but where I need to be in this moment, with divine purpose and birthright, to the abundance that I am. I am trusting in myself, the all self, knowing there's no separation. All is one flow, day to night, night to day is no separation, but one flow. Continuous motion of energy and light, frequencies and vibrations. I am releasing from my solar plexus the desires of being validated, needing to be seen or heard by another form. Releasing the feeling of being obligated to another group, spiritual community, or belief system of another. I am following and being in my alignment for my highest resonation. I am never alone on my path. I am connected to the all. I have the earth, the children of the earth, the animals, reflections of human, the elementals, the plants, and more. I have galactics, angelics, ancestors, dragons, high councils, federations, and more. I am never alone, no matter how many physical distances I create from those that do not serve my vibration field. I am releasing fear, scarcity, as they block these truths and acknowledgements of my being. I unapologetically am me and how I need to be in the present. As I know I'm subject to shifting and change, I will honor my being and where I am and where I will be and what I need in that moment. And no, I will not receive. I will not take on the weight of others, the projection of others, the unhealed wounds and pains that are subtly being leaked behind their false smiles. Their pedestal placing of their knowledge and teachings. I will not receive those unhealed parts of them that are behind these actions. Portraying as spiritual leaders or being there for others. And I pray and send love to them for their acknowledgement of self, to take appropriate space to reflect upon their state and consciously receive healing and love that they need, instead of grasping onto others and pulling others in to mask their wounds. I am reclaiming my power. The I am presence, sovereign, free, abundance, eternally, now in this moment. Taking a deep breath as I integrate. And release. Now letting go of this as it is now the past, with trust that I am in my sovereignty and I have reclaimed my energy. And you may return back when you are ready. Thank you all. That's what Rising with Ra is all about, everybody. Being in our power, being in our truth, knowing thyself, and being conscious community, but sovereign at the same time. Not losing yourself to community, not losing yourself to groups. Remembering your individual authenticity, your purpose, your intentions, as we flow together in a collaboration as a conscious community. Please remember this. With these communities and groups that you get involved in, remember your authentic purpose, what you align with, and who you are meant to be. And bring that to the table. Bring that to these group spaces. Bring that to the communities. And you are not obligated to stay with a community, stay in a group. If you see behaviors that are shady, that do not align with you, that do not resonate with most whole and highest actions accordingly, and I do want to let people know that I am going to be creating a Sacred Kingdom community on Discord. This will be a private encrypted group, and it will be $10 a month if you would like to be a part of the Sacred Kingdom community. And the benefits that you will receive through being a part of this sacred community on Discord. Pull it up real quick for you all. Okay, so when you become a sacred member of the Sacred Kingdom community, that will be private on Discord. It will be $10 a month, and that's it, just $10. And you will be receiving exclusive access to free guided meditations and breath play sessions live within the Discord video calling. So there will be meditations and breath play sessions guided by myself and others, where we will set up the live within the Discord. And it's kind of like a Zoom call where we're all sitting on Discord together. You guys can interact with each other, ask questions, just hang out, and things like that. You'll have access to the free guided meditations and breath play sessions in Discord. These meditations and breath plays will not be leaving Discord. They will only be in the private space. You also receive 10% off all of my services as well. This includes my Reiki sessions, my intuitive life guidance, my oracle card readings, my chakra empowerments, my soul origin meditations, which is connecting you and reminding you of your soul lineage. You also have efficient access to your favorite knowledge and share any knowledge and wisdom that you have as well with the collective community, to where it can be stored and accessed at any time and any moment within the categories that will be present in the Discord community. This can be about chakras, it can be about meditation, it could be about plants, it could be about different and healthy foods, it could be about astrology, psychology, it could be about many different things. There will be a lot of categories that will be organized to be able to tap in and tune in to the knowledge and wisdom. And it will never go away. It will be there present every day for you. You also have 24/7 conscious community connection, so you'll be able to connect with conscious community around the world 24/7. There will also be sacred being space to connect and build. So there will be space for you guys to have calls whenever you'd like to together within the private space. You don't have to organize it, you don't have to get consent through anybody. You can just start up video calls and people that are within the community can join if they feel and would like to. And with that, you're able to build. You can do collaboration projects. You can talk about the ideas within that space. You can leave the details within that space. And you can also open it up to others that are within the community, because it's all private. And if you're open to them, that gives them your opportunity to allow them to join you. And then last, you're able to share your projects, creations, and network with others around the world. So if you have a project or a creation that you're working on, or that you have already been working on, and you have like a series or a book or other things that you have created for the collective that you want to share and network with, it's a beautiful space to do that, where you'll have a category to share your creations, your websites, as well as other things for the conscious collective community within the Sacred Kingdom community to be able to connect with you with. So these are all the things that you would benefit from for just $10 a month to become a member in the private, encrypted Discord Sacred Kingdom community space. And this will be ever-present growing, and it will be expanding, and we will have beautiful opportunities outside of social media and social networking to be able to sit back and be able to expand and grow with each other within this space. So if that is something that you are interested in, feel free to direct message me. And $10 and you're in. $10 a month to become a member of this. And that is all it is. There's nothing required of you. You're not being forced to create a project, be a part of a project, or anything like that. You can simply be a part of it and just share your everyday self. Answer and ask questions to grow. And there's already a Sacred Kingdom YouTube channel. So if you're someone that wants to share your content on the community YouTube channel, that is something you can be a part of as well. Oh, wow. That is so beautiful, Holly. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad the experience was that well for you, doing that energy reclaiming affirmation. That is tremendous. If you'd like to come live, feel free to send a request, and you're definitely invited to come live. If you wanna say anything, just connect. Give me gratitude on the live, or whatever you'd like to do. This is the open community space. Here in just a moment, we're going to do a crown chakra activation, and that will be finishing off the return of Rising with Ra here on this wonderful Monday. I'm not really too familiar, Holly. Have you been tapping into my lives quite a bit recently? Or is this one of your first ones? This is your first one. Wow, what a way to get broken into the Rising with Ra space. Shedding tears, releasing through my sovereignty reclaiming affirmation. How beautiful is that? Wow. What an honor. Thank you, Holly, for being here. Okay, Holly. Now, when you said you'd love to do a reading, are you saying that you would like to receive a reading, or that you would like to give a reading? You'd like to give one? Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and begin our crown chakra clearing and activation. And then if we resonate and align, and after the crown clearing, you feel ready, prepared to do a collective reading to close this out, you are more than welcome to hop on and do so. So, moving over now into the crown chakra. Crown chakra is located at the top of the head, and the color that it represents and is aligned with its frequency is either violet. Some also connect it with white and gold as well. Violet's the most common. The crown chakra, what it carries for us, the blueprints, the energetic codes, the etheric layout that it has for our physical being, is the energy center that allows us to connect with our divine source, our higher self, or Christolight, whatever you like to term it as. With that being said, it is also our access point for our physical being and physical reality, with tapping into our guides, the angelics, and other higher vibrational beings. Along with this is also the energy center that gives us our divine peace within. That feeling of being so at peace, just knowing in full trust that you are guided, that you are protected, that you are divine. And lastly, this is also the center where we receive replenishment, rejuvenation, and downloads from our light codes. Now, if you're interested in going deeper about learning about the crown chakra, I do offer one-on-one chakra empowerment spaces for $33 USD, where we go in depth about the chakra of your choice, talk about characteristics, color, frequency, along with ways to identify your own blocks in the chakra, ways to identify overactivations in the chakra. And then we take a period to reflect on the present blocks and overactivations that we can see for our own self. And then afterwards, I give you different crystals, different practices and techniques that you may utilize to cleanse, balance, and activate the chakra of your choice. And then we finish it off where I lead us through a guided self-healing reiki for clearing and activating that chakra. And that is what's offered through my chakra empowerment workshop that you may do with me one-on-one. Just direct message me, and if you have any questions, I am definitely here for you. So, if you would like to grab a crystal, you may. Good crystals for the crown: selenite, quartz, angel aura, angelite, amethyst, sugarlight, moldavite, indigo kyanite. These are all good crystals for the crown chakra. So I have my selenite here, and what I want to do is sweep blocks and energy out of the crown and you may intuitively connect your chakra to this as well and receive. Now, you either want to sit or lay down to get comfortable. And if you're sitting, you want to try to have your back straight so your energy can travel through your spine. If you're laying down, having the legs not crossed so you're not blocking the flow of energy in and out of the soles of your feet. Relaxing the shoulders, allowing them to drop, releasing tension. Focusing on the breath, breathing deeply in through the nose, down on the body, exhaling out of the mouth. And as you breathe, continue to throughout the session. Draw conscious focus to the crown chakra. Just feel it. Know that it's there. And as you breathe, breathing in healing, expansive light to bring in space to the crown. And as you exhale out, breathing out blocks and heaviness at the crown. Now taking your hands and the crystal, placing them on top of the head at the crown. You may close your eyes. Just focus on breathing to the crown chakra. You may repeat this affirmation out loud or inside of your mind if you like to in your own power. I affirm that I am connected and guided by my higher self, divine beings, and source connection at all times. I'm releasing blocks, limitations, and walls that are showing me different. I am receiving my highest downloads, integrating and rejuvenating through light codes of my highest essence. I am that I am and shall be. I honor my sacredness, protecting my shielding that I have around my energy and inside me. Ashe. Taking one more deep breath in. Holding at the crown. And release. Bring the hands to prayer form at the heart. Deep breath. Audible exhale. Ashe, namaste. Thank you for receiving. And that is our crown chakra clearing and activation for today in this sacred community space, Rising with Ra. For everybody out there, I trust that this will reach you if needed, and you will receive what you need. That is it for today here on this episode, if you want to call it, for this space and the return of Rising with Ra. And I will be back Wednesday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern Time, as we will go through another chakra and share any divine messages for the day as well. And if you would like to be our card reader for the collective this Wednesday, feel free to let me know. And if we align and resonate, we'll have you on to share with the sacred community. Enjoy this replay, as it will be saved. And you can also tap in and watch this in full on my YouTube channel, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, as this will be uploaded later today. And that YouTube channel again is Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, where you can find guided meditations, my Sacred Light Conversations podcast with beautiful souls, practitioners, and healers around the world, as well as my online series that just finished, The Process of Clearing Layers, talking about holistic healing for the mind, body, emotions, and spirit, with other practitioners and creators of the world. If you are someone that would like to be on my podcast, feel free to reach out. And if you are also looking for a one-on-one holistic quantum level service with myself, you may also message me, as I offer Reiki online and offline, oracle card readings, intuitive life guidance, which is extensive weekly guidance to help rebalance or recalibrate your life as a whole, shadow work, pattern recreating, rewiring, boundary creating, and more. I also do personal guided meditations that I can create for you, chakra empowerment, inner child healing. These are all available. I will see you all Wednesday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern. Wholeness, balanced love vibrations. Tap in, we rise together.